Hello, one and all. This is RJF here to give you an update on sort of just what is the newness of newnosity, and to say uh, I haven't been able to put that many videos out of late either, and obviously very aware of this. There are some things going on, and it's still just a case of get them out when I can effectively. But I know that there's a couple of videos that I've said that I need to make still, and I need to. They aren't just simple sit down and record. It's a case of prep and things. Uh, they are still planned. They haven't been forgotten. We want to do them. Uh, Kind of replies to the fan base, as it were, fan base, the viewers. It's not really a fan base, is it? Well, in some cases it might be. I don't want to sell you short, but I don't want to sell myself too tall either. So I don't know what I'd call it. Uh, but humility, I think, is a good direction to head at when dealing with the public en masse. Frog in my throat. So, still playing Dragon Age, and I still need to get the videos up of that as well. I've had some technical problems trying to put some of that up. There was one video in particular where there was another interactive dog who created some problems, and I had to try and pull an edit in one of the horrible default editing programs that comes with this PC, because it's not the Mac. There's still that problem, the technology issue, and trying to edit with that. I created a format, rendered a format that trying to upload to YouTube just took forever and ever. And then for some reason it said that I'd tried to upload it a second time, even though I didn't think I had. And as far as I was concerned, anyway, when you try to uh, cancel a upload, or not cancel an upload, but stop it, and then try to re-upload to YouTube, it's supposed to memorize where it was and carry on. That's kind of one of the features, one of the known things. One of the things that I've utilized previously in the past to be able to get some of the more long-winded, more complicated files up to yourselves, but instead it's being stupid and saying, oh, we've seen this file before. If you want to upload it again, you're going to have to go back in, and it's no good just renaming it, by the way. It will recognize it's the same file. You're going to have to go back in and make a tiny little edit, even if it's just like 1 second, one little cut in or add addition or something, uh, and then re-render the whole thing. And when that's just taken you like all day, just to try and render and upload the whole thing, and it's failed, just heartbreaking. So I really miss my Mac, because the PC just hasn't been the same. And being able to get something to edit with on the Mac, and then that was really good and solid, that I can work very fast with and very intuitively, and then just struggling around on the PC like I am. But hey, anyway, still editing Dragon Age Oracle, because it's come back. I've took over from Daniel M. Perez, who's a brilliant previous admin, and it was really a case of taking over, because there's so much great content on there, just to keep it alive, really, so that you still have access to it, and start adding my own things. Unfortunately, I'm still pretty much left on my own with the content, or at least at present, everyone else is so very busy. Uh, and they've, other people, a couple of the other staff have put up things for me, a few things, but I'm still having to lead the charge, as it were. And one of the great things about Oracle previously was that it had this great wealth of previous writers. So this is a call to arms still to everyone else out there who play the Age system as a whole, even who or who are interested in Dragon Age and the RPG factors of it. You know, if you have something that you think would make a good article for Oracle, then obviously please submit it to me. You know, let me know, and you know we can go from there. Whatever kind of format you're thinking, I've done all sorts of things. You know, I've put things together, guides and ideas, and I've created creatures, and I'm constantly doing things like that. You know, and uh, sometimes a supporting video with it, and whatever. So things like conversion of books and bringing that over into Age, all those kind of like useful facilities and utilities for other GMs and people to come along and say, yes, good, like that. Oracle, yes, helpful. Um, so the other thing that's taking up a lot of my time, I'm doing an awful lot of study right now, and that's a pretty in-depth thing, and obviously that wins out. That's got to come first as well. And a lot of the other things that I would be doing, I can't even do because it's sometimes, in the case of the study, which is a bit funny, like when you're 34 and you find yourself having to study, but it's not quite like being a student age, you know, the typical student age, and studying, because those are the people who, you know, they can juggle a lot more. They've got less responsibilities. Maybe they will pick up like a bit of bar work or something like that, and you know, earn a bit of extra money and be able to socialise and do their things and whatever they're doing. But when you're older, when you're like in your 30s and that, and you come to study, the chances are that you'll have a lot of other commitments on you, family and kids and you know, more serious commitments that take time away, so that you wouldn't even have the facility to try and do those other things. It's very tricky, very very tricky. I don't really talk much about my own private life, but you know, I've got a lot on my plate, a lot going on. One of these days, I'm going to have to sit down and have a very frank talk with you all about, you know, who I am in actuality, and some matter of facts about me. That would be interesting, actually. But I suppose the one thing I can take from this being an English language and literature course, the degree that I'm studying, is that I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole that I've found myself in, that I can either choose to sink further into, or try to actively escape from, because no one's going to help me. No one's going to like give me an answer out. No one's going to do it for me. I've got to do it. So I'm trying to dig my way out of this the best way that I can see. And I've been able to identify that one of the things that went wrong due to illness and previous other problems in my life was lack of concrete education and degrees to say, you know, this is what I am actually capable of. Even if I may be capable, you need that piece of paper really to do anything. And I suppose it's also the cerebral elements and the inspirational elements of getting to do the study, and then being enriched by the actual act of doing as well. So I'm looking at what I can bring to that, to my writing and my GMing and your breadth of knowledge, essentially. So I'm trying to look on the positive side of it, and especially with like language and literature anyway. What else is going on? Been playing Borderlands pre-sequel, not as fast as some others because of aforementioned reasons. And the thing with the Borderlands game is that I haven't found great happiness in playing it cooperatively in multiplayer, because other people play at their own pace and want to do things in their own way, and because of the way they've made the game, when you speak to NPCs, you sort of set the chain things off and you set them talking, but you're not present and you can't sort of see the NPC, and experience the work they've done. If you're behind, if you're somewhere else, if you're running around and doing things, and then they want to, they're pushing missions on or whatever that they're choosing and switching to or whatever. You I found myself missing it basically, missing to see what the quest givers look like, and missing out on their little idiosyncrasies, and the areas where they are, and this, because I'm so busy playing at my pace, and the other people in the party are doing their things, and sometimes it's a case of they set something off, and then there's a sort of countdown thing, and then you zoned out of the area anyway, and it's against your choice. You might be trying to loot something that they've left behind anyway, or you might be in the middle of a conversation, and I'm going around, I'm clicking on citizens and people like in Concordia, because I want to hear all the little dialogue things they're all going to say to me, even though they're just there, they're just little bits of dialogue, they're just sort of quick replies, they don't have any meaning to them. But I like doing that because there is a worth to it. It creates a depth to the world more. And yeah, when you're playing with other people, I find that it just sort of pisses all over your parade and cramps one's style. So now I'm currently playing it solo, and we'll see what comes of that. Still got my interests in Warhammer at the moment, specifically 40k. Haven't had much of a chance to do any painting still of late. I had a good bout of that, but had a couple of models unfortunately broken by somebody else, and my heart broke. And when that happened, since that happened, I haven't painted. So I need to try and resolve that in myself so that I can turn this round and get back to painting and get back to playing. But of course, I think it was also a bit funny that they brought out the new rulebook, the new 40k rulebook, because it didn't really feel that necessary, like we needed one. Maybe just an update, but they say, oh yes, we're going to make some small changes. £50, please. I mean, come on. Games Workshop, I really have no wish whatsoever to own that, especially with the rumours and the thing going that, oh yeah, well, they're probably going to now update rulebooks every 2 years or something. I mean, just no, come on. Yeah, I mean, that's actually twatish. I mean, all that's going to do is encourage piracy of your items. It doesn't matter how nice you make your items, People need to try and afford your bloody books and buy your expensive models as well. So it's not really feasible, is it, for most people? But anyway, Games Workshop have been going wrong for a very long time, haven't they? Yeah, that's probably all I'm going to update on here. We'll get this video out so that there's been some video out. I'll continue to try and get the latest Dragon Age vidcasts up. I mean, hell, there's 2 to give you now. Oh yeah, we've just done the Harsh Winter, the survival-based one. The follow-up to the Shadow Bloom. So I mean, I need to get that to you, and then there's a sort of time break. So I'll see you at the next one, guys.